Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we are taking on a piece of technology that is really rewriting the rules of reality,
Huh?
deepfakes.
Hmm.
It's not some theoretical threat anymore, is it? It's an urgent, practical problem for families right now.
It absolutely is.
I mean, how do you know if that frantic phone call or that video you just got is actually from the person you think it is?
You often don't, not at first glance.
So I want you to just, internalize a scenario with us. Your phone buzzes, it's a video or an audio message, and it sounds exactly like your partner or your child.
Yeah.
They sound distraught, they're in trouble, maybe they say they've been in an accident, and they are urgently asking you for money and demanding secrecy.
The instinct is to react instantly.
Right, and our mission for this deep dive is to conquer that moment of panic. We're going to cut through the jargon and pull out the plain English basics, the fastest red flags, and most importantly, a simple family protocol that works without any special software.
Actionable steps that work under pressure. That's the goal. And maybe we should start with a simple definition. A deep fake today is really just a piece of media, a video, a voice clip that a computer learned how to imitate.
So it's AI-generated pretend media.
Exactly. And it's designed specifically to short-circuit your critical thinking.
Okay, so if the tech is that good, what is our absolute core defense? The one thing to remember.
It's a simple rule, and it comes from every security report we looked at. If something tries to rush you, you have to treat it as unverified until you check it.
Urgency is the weapon.
It is. And that deliberate pause is the single most effective defense you have.
Okay, let's unpack that. When I hear deepfake, I think most people still picture those kind of fuzzy, bad face swaps from a few years ago. But the technology has leapt forward.
It really has. I mean, it's exponentially easier to create one now, and that's the scary part.
This isn't some niche, high-tech lab thing anymore.
Not at all. These tools are accessible. They train on huge libraries of faces and voices. They can swap a face. They can clone a voice from, maybe 10 seconds of audio from a social media post.
And the really troubling thing from the sources is that our own gut feeling, our eyes, they just aren't good enough to spot these anymore.
That's right. And we have data on this. Groups like Reality Defender, they've tracked this, and they confirm that as the fakes get more realistic, human detection accuracy just plummets.
So you can't trust your gut.
You can't. That's why verification, checking through a different channel, is so much more reliable than your first glance.
So since we can't always trust our eyes, let's break down what we're up against. What are the main flavors of deepfakes people are using in scams right now?
Okay, so first you have the one everyone recognizes,
Hmm?
the video face swap. A scammer basically pastes a loved one's face onto their body.
And for the lower-end fakes, are there still some technical glitches we can look for?
There are. You want to look at the eyes and the mouth. The blinking might be stiff or just off. The eyes can look a bit flat.
And the lighting.
Check the edges of the face. The lighting might not match the background. And the big one is lip sync drift, where the words are just a little out of time with the mouth.
That brings us to the one that probably hits families the hardest, voice cloning.
Right, and this is maybe the simplest one for a scammer to pull off. They just need a tiny sample, a voicemail greeting, an old social media clip. That's enough.
And the FTC has been warning about these family emergency calls for a while.
Because they work. The cloned voice sounds identical, and they just need to get you panicked enough to skip checking.
And the final one is the most advanced, right? The combination.
That's the mixed media fake. A cloned voice plus a sophisticated video, sometimes even in a live call.
Like in a corporate setting.
Exactly. The World Economic Forum documented a case where a faked executive on a video call got staff to process a multi-million-dollar transfer. When the quality is that high, you have to accept that just looking at it isn't enough.
So we have to pivot to defense protocols.
We have to. It's all about return on investment for the criminals. These AI-driven frauds are growing year over year because they borrow the trust of a loved one's identity to force a quick decision.
Okay, so before we get to defense, let's nail down the patterns. If you can recognize the script the scammer is using, it's easier to break out of it.
Absolutely. And almost every single one of these scams relies on what we can call the red flag trio. If you remember these three things, you're ahead of the game.
Okay, what are they?
Urgency, secrecy, and an unusual payment method.
Let's break that down. Urgency. Why is that non-negotiable for the scammer?
Because time gives you a chance to verify. They know the window of believability is short. They need you to act before you call someone else, before common sense kicks in.
You have to do this in the next 10 minutes or something terrible will happen.
Exactly. That's a massive red flag.
And then secrecy. Don't tell anyone about this.
It's their second line of defense. If you tell a friend or your bank, that person becomes a verification gate. They can't risk anyone saying, wait a minute, that sounds like a scam.
And the final, the absolute giveaway, unusual payment. Why is it always gift cards or crypto?
Because those methods are irreversible and untraceable. Once you give them the code from a gift card, that money is gone forever.
Real hospitals and police departments don't ask for payment in Target gift cards.
Never. If they ask for a gift card, it is a 100% guarantee that it's a scam.
So let's run through the specific scams that use this trio. The big one for families.
The grandparent or family emergency call, they use the cloned voice, claim there's been an accident or an arrest, and they sound totally distraught.
And that triggers your panic.
It does. Then they insist on that immediate unusual payment to keep it all a secret. The FTC says it's the sheer emotional distress of hearing that voice that makes it so effective.
What's the immediate fix if you get one of those calls?
Hang up immediately. Don't engage. Then you call back, but using the number you already have saved in your phone for that person.
Got it. What about the scams that sound more official?
Those are the bank or government imposters. They sound professional, might even have some of your real info. They'll often ask for a one-time code they just texted you.
Which gives them access to your account.
Right. Just remember, real agencies, the FBI, your bank, they will not cold call you and demand passcodes or payment over the phone.
And what about the longer-term scams, like the romance ones?
The romance investment blend. These are slow burns. They build trust over weeks, maybe using AI-generated voice notes or short video clips to seem more real.
And then comes the pitch.
Then comes the can't-miss investment opportunity, usually asking you to move money off-platform. The cloned voice builds that deep trust before the financial ask ever happens.
And the final one, the workplace fraud.
Workplace money moves. A manager gets a video call, looks and sounds exactly like the CEO, telling them to rush a wire transfer. The only defense there is a strict, multi-step verification process for any large payment. No exceptions.
So our defense really comes down to a short checklist, something that breaks that panic cycle.
Exactly. You don't need fancy software. You just need the discipline to pause.
Okay, but I can hear people thinking, what if it's a real emergency? How do you justify waiting 30 minutes when your brain is screaming, act now?
That's the core of the psychological battle. You justify it by remembering two things. First, if it is a real emergency at the hospital, the police, they will wait for you to verify. They won't demand secrecy or gift cards.
And second,
if you act rashly, you could lose everything and save no one. The scammer is counting on you moving faster than the speed of verification.
so that makes the speed test just asking, can this wait 30 minutes? The most important first step.
It is.
What's the best immediate technical defense after that? The one that takes zero skill.
It's the callback test. Hang up, close the app, and call back using a number you have saved. A trusted number.
But wait, if they can spoof the incoming number, why does calling a saved number work?
That's a great question. They can fake the number that shows up on your screen when they call you, but they cannot control the channel that you initiate.
I see.
When you hang up and call back a number from your phone's memory, you are forcing the conversation onto a new, trusted channel they don't control. This one simple step defeats almost all of these scams.
Okay, so next, what if you're looking at a video and it just feels off?
Trust that feeling and do the face and voice scan. Look for those little glitches, the stiff blinks, the weird lighting, that lip sync drift.
And for audio?
Listen for a flat tone or a weird lack of background noise. If your son says he's at a concert but it sounds like he's in a soundproof booth, that's a clue.
What if the scam comes in as text with a link?
That's the link and handle check. On a computer, you hover your mouse over the link to see the real URL. On a phone, you long press it, see if it's misspelled or weird.
And finally, the human check.
The context quiz. You just ask yourself, is this request normal for this person? Does this sound like them? If anything feels off, you stop and you demand the family safe word.
Okay, let's pivot from reacting to being proactive. Let's talk about that family protocol.
Yes. Building the habits before the crisis hits is key.
So let's nail down this 5-point family safety protocol. What's number one?
Number one is the foundation. Set a private family safe word.
And the rules for this have to be strict, right?
They have to be. Choose a word that is never, ever posted online. Share it only in person or on a video call you start. And Importantly, refresh it every 6 months. If the caller can't give you the word, it's not them. End of story.
Number 2.
Mandate out-of-band verification.
So switching channels.
Always. If a request comes by email, you verify with a phone call to a saved number. You have to make sure the scammer doesn't control both ends of the conversation.
Makes sense. Number 3.
Establish a 30 to 60-minute money freeze window. A non-negotiable family rule. No one sends money or buys gift cards until verification is 100% complete.
And number 4 is about being prepared for that panic moment.
Right. Keep a printed contact tree, a physical list of key family numbers, your bank's fraud line. In a panic, you might not be able to navigate your phone's contact list.
And the final step, number 5.
Normalize reporting. If someone gets scammed or even just gets an attempt, there is no shame and no blame. You collect the evidence and you report it to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, the IC3. It helps protect other people.
Okay, now for the 10-minute fix. If our listeners only do 2 things today, what are the fastest, highest impact settings they can change?
Okay, 2 things. First, secure your phone account. Call your carrier and add a strong account PIN and a port-out lock. This stops SIM swap fraud.
Which is how they can get into your bank account.
Exactly. And second, go into your banking app and turn on alerts for new payees and for large transactions. Simple, but incredibly effective.
And just to round it out, are there any other simple settings to reduce our risk?
Yeah, just be mindful of what you post. Limit your social media visibility to friends only. Go back and delete old public video or voice clips. And please, enable app-based 2-factor authentication for your bank and your email. It's much more secure than getting codes by text.
So much good advice there.
If we leave you with one final thought, it's that this technology is designed to exploit your trust and your speed. You don't counter it with more tech, you counter it with simple human discipline.
It's about practice.
It is. A real friend or a real relative will never be angry that you took a moment to make sure they were safe.
That's the entire lesson right there. A short pause, a callback on a saved number, and a private safe word. Those are the pillars that beat most of these scams. You do not need to be a tech expert to protect your family from deepfakes. A short pause, a callback on a saved number, and a private safe word beat most scams. Add 2 quick settings today, carrier PM port out lock and bank transfer alerts, and you have a strong everyday shield. Keep the plan simple, practice once, and move at your pace. Confidence grows with small habits. So, your next step. Want a hand getting started? Download my free AI Quick Start bundle with the Family Safe Word Protocol to set a safe word, the Family's Quick Check Protocol for fake news crisis, and the quick 60-second checks for fake news. Learn more at redosimplyai.com.